Howdy! Pondering and its shows are mostly supported by you guys. If you like what we do, make sure to rate the podcast wherever you listen, subscribe if you haven't, share your favorite moments and episodes with friends, and check out our Patreon if you want to give us some financial support, as well as getting a little something in return, like voting on the themes and topics of episodes. All of that stuff helps like you wouldn't believe.
In the deepest and darkest of woods, where not even the light of the moon can penetrate, two vile creatures indulge in dark delights and have conquered their comrades into capitulation. Now they wander these lands watching scary cinema, and there's a good chance you're next. Mandalore and Billy invite you to ponder some spooky tapes.
Howdy there, partners. Welcome back to Pondering Spooky Tapes. And don't worry, that ain't the ground a-quaking. That's just my ass a-shaking, because today we're talking about Tremors, baby.
I'm glad I interrupted you the first time.
Yeah, I'm also glad. That was awful.
Okay. I tried. I'm not going to do it again. We have started.
1990s Tremors, VHS rental classic creature feature. First time directorial debut by Ron Underwood of City Slickers fame.
I didn't know this was his first movie.
Yeah, and Mighty Joe Young, the remake, the Disney one. And get ready, because this one is my fucking favorite thing he's made. Fucking Pluto Nash.
Yeah! Oh, come on. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. This dude made one movie and nothing else. He basically made this. Oh no, no, that's not true. He made the sequel. He made Tremors 2, I think. Yeah, no, he did do it. He made Tremors 2. Oh my god, he directed. Wait, what the fuck is he wait, am I learning that he directed every single Tremors movie?
No, that's not possible.
Okay.
Zero chance.
He's to be fair, the dude mostly does directing for TV shows. And he did stuff for like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I guess, and other stuff.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Once Upon a Time?
Yes! Yeah. Do you want me to fucking go off? Because I'll lore dump on Once Upon a Time before we talk about Tremors. I'll do it
go for it
really fast.
Go for it. We're already here.
Once Upon a Time season 1 is about a bunch of fairy tale people that get sent to a real town in Maine. And it changes.
Why is it always Maine?
It's book Stephen King. It's like the first season is almost like a little bit held together, like the Wicked Witch is like the mayor, or like not the Wicked Witch, but like the evil woman from what is it, Snow White? Not Maleficent.
Maleficent.
It's not Maleficent, because Maleficent is a separate character in Once Upon a Time. She's stuck as a dragon underneath the town.
Oh, that's weird.
It's the other one.
A different evil old woman.
It's like Evil Witch, but
the granny, the poison apple one.
The poison apple granny.
Right.
Yeah. So she's like the evil queen, and she like, haha, this is my final bit. All of you get sent to this fucking town in Maine and forget who you are. I want you to understand.
Is this like a grimdark thing?
No. It's like a it's like supernatural.
Is it like
a YA?
It's like YA.
So it's like a gentrified Wolf Among Us.
So speaking of Wolf Among Us,
like Fables,
let me explain to you. Just a couple of tidbits about Once Upon a Time that make me lose my fucking mind. Number one, Captain Hook is in it. He didn't lose his hand to an alligator. He lost his hand to Rumpelstiltskin because he fucked Rumpelstiltskin's wife.
What? You said it wasn't grimdark. It's grimdark.
Was Rumpelstiltskin sleeping during it, I assume?
No, Rumpelstiltskin is like, he's like Mr. Gold. He's the only good part of that entire show. He's like the only good actor. It's insane.
But wouldn't he be sleeping?
Rumpelstiltskin is also the Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
What?
Yeah, well, he's not actually a beast. It's just because he's Rumpelstiltskin, he's evil. So Belle falls in love with him after being like sent to indentured servitude at his house.
Oh, okay. Whoa, sounds weird.
Whoa.
Jesus.
I've only heard people bitch about that show falling apart at some point.
Well, second season is when they start introducing a lot of the Disneyisms, i.e. Mulan becomes a character and she's in love with the guy. She's in love with the guy who's the prince in Sleeping Beauty.
I swear, wasn't it like that because Disney bought...
It was ABC. It was because it's an ABC show.
Yeah.
So Disney, I think Frozen characters show up in the last season.
It sounds more like they noticed it was popular.
It didn't start out as an ABC show, but then it got picked up, I thought. And that's when they started adding Disney, right?
I think maybe season 1's like fine. It's still like stupid, but...
Yeah.
Anyway, Once Upon a Time is an insane show, and if you want to like go down that rabbit hole, that horrible fucking nasty well of rabbit hole, Rumpelstiltskin is everybody. Mermaids, just like in Kingdom Hearts, where you travel between worlds, mermaids have the ability to travel between worlds. So I can't explain to you. Oh, by the way, Peter Pan is evil and is Rumpelstiltskin's father.
What? This is a fucking mess.
I forgot about this. Peter Pan is evil and he's Rumpelstiltskin's dad.
Man, spin-off media really likes to shit on Peter Pan.
Anyway, Burt Gummer, motherfucker.
Oh, that's how you want to go back into
I want to go back into Tremors by just yelling, Burt Gummer, motherfucker. Tremored, idiot.
Starring Kevin Bacon right after Footloose. I don't even know
it's
if I
crazy that he went from Footloose to Loose Soil.
I mean, he's in fucking everything. Like, you know who he is. You know who fucking, he was in R.I.P.D. You've seen that, haven't you?
Cameron, what was Kevin Bacon in?
You'll have to find out by listening to the commentary track on Patreon.
Wait, what was he in?
Oh, Cameron, remember what he was in? You gotta say it.
The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, starring Kevin Bacon as himself.
Kevin Bacon is now an adult and lives in the Uncanny Valley part of town with his henchmen Bob and Jimmy. Realizing the Toons are trying to investigate their bootleg business, Kevin Bacon tries to capture Chip and Dale.
Oh, are you saying that Kevin Bacon is Peter Pan from Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, the 2021 movie?
I thought Tremors implied that.
Was it? Well, I'm so confused. Either way, famously, Kevin Bacon thought that it was his all-time career low, and I'm going to quote one of the interviews where he talks about how he felt after the movie flopped horribly at the box office. I broke down and fell to the sidewalk screaming, "I can't believe I'm doing a movie about underground worms."
Oh,
wait,
he's so weak. He's so weak. That movie is so sick. Tremors is so sick.
He genuinely thought that it was the end of his fucking career.
Really?
I mean, it was a big worm movie.
It was a big worm movie right after Footloose.
He had 3 years of huge flops.
Was Flatliners a flop as well?
That was after Tremors.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of amazing he wanted to be back in the revival show. I think he might have had grown past the horrible experience.
Well, that's the thing. Like once they started filming and doing it, everything, like he did have a lot of fun doing the movie, like making the movie. Because I mean, from what I could tell from the behind the scenes, everybody was just super fucking friendly with each other, and they had a great time. And also, like this is like a cult classic. Like, this movie became a giant hit in the rental when it came to rentals, and that's how it got popular. And people, like, pretty much any cult movie that got popular from rentals basically has this following that is so insanely dedicated. And Kevin Bacon is he lives for that stuff. From what I can tell, he lives for the people who are diehard Tremors fans. So I can see why in 2018 he decided, like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do Tremors again. Because, like, even with the new Arrow video release, the 4K release, which is the one that we watched, he does a few interviews that are exclusive to this copy, and
look at that.
Yeah, no, he's really happy about it. It's just that when he filmed that movie, he thought he was literally at rock bottom.
But I love Kevin Bacon in Tremors. He's literally the shy hull dude.
He's good. He's good.
My God.
He's really good because the other main character in the movie, main actor, Fred Ward, is amazing in it. Fred Ward, he was in the Trailer Park classic Joe Dirt, as well as the dorm room classic Road Trip. And I guess he was also in Shortcuts and Escape from Alcatraz, but who gives a shit about those?
Yeah, everyone else cares about Joe Dirt.
He steals every scene he's in Tremors. Like, he just fucking chews up the scenery. He's always got some cigarette or some shit in his mouth, and he's just like, the way, I think they probably used like a dozen, if not more, reaction shots of him to anything that Kevin Bacon was doing. They always just cut to Fred Ward, and like, it was great.
His facial acting is amazing. Also starring Finn Carter as the girl in this. I can't remember her name. Rhonda? Was it Rhonda? I think it was Rhonda. She didn't do much, unfortunately, but that's because we're leaving space for Michael Gross, Burt Gummer.
The Tremorman.
Burt fucking Gummer, who basically took the reins on the rest of the fucking movies.
After two. He's into, I think Fred Ward is the main guy of 2.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure he's the one producing all these fucking sequels. There are so many fucking Tremors sequels. There's 7.
So I'm confused about that because you said that the original Tremors like bombed in the box office. How did they?
Yes.
Cult classic. DVD sales and VHS sales. You got to remember, as a white trash kid, in the house was Twister, Joe Dirt, and Tremors.
Oh, yeah, Twister. Okay. Everyone had Twister.
Yeah. Everyone had Twister, Joe Dirt, and Tremors. It's necessary.
I'm checking it now. It was the sequel was 6 years after the first one. So they would have just been because of that. Okay,
it was a new era. Like people went, oh, this sold really well on home video. We'll make a sequel.
Yeah, home video was when didn't it literally start getting popular around the 90s?
Well, it's like that story I told, like my babysitter like brought it to watching me as a child.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, everyone had fucking Tremors and Twister.
Just go to Blockbuster and they had a fucking row of Tremors because Tremors was doing so well. Because one of the big things about this movie is like when it came to the theatrical release, it was extremely poorly marketed because it's a horror comedy and all the marketing was like not sure if it wanted to go for the horror angle or the comedy angle, or they had like basically no idea what to do with this, so they just went with the horror angle where like, Tremors, the monster movie that breaks new ground. You'll shit your pants to this movie. And then people who had the expectations of it being a horror movie would be like, man, what the hell did I just watch? You know, because this movie has a really specific tone and mood to it.
It's just a very general audience movie, kind of like Jurassic Park.
This is the perfect movie for your grandfather to fall asleep to.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just like when Jurassic Park came out, it's Spielberg, so you know they could mark it on his name, and holy shit, dinosaurs. But it's like if you said what genre is Jurassic Park, like action, horror,
adventure, it could be a lot.
Yeah,
of
adventure.
Things, you know?
It's like that's Tremors.
But it's easier to market. It's easier to market Spielberg.
Oh yeah,
Spielberg.
And everyone fucking loves dinosaurs.
When it came to Tremors, all they did was like watch Kevin Bacon be terrorized by a fucking rubber worm that comes out of the ground.
Watch the guy from Footloose do the sandwalk and narrowly avoid Shai Hulud in this desert town.
That's basically why the movie flopped. It was just people would go in wrong expectations and just bad marketing. Fortunately, though, it did get popular because of rentals, so there's always that.
Go to the movie gallery, pick up Tremors and a copy of The Bouncer on PS2.
What did you guys? Because I know that Brendan, Mandy, and I have seen this movie. I've seen this movie many a times. Cameron, this was your first time watching this. What do you think?
Yeah, it's one
of
those.
And also, how did you avoid this movie for this long? Is this just like anti-New Zealand movie? Like, is this just too American?
I don't know. I feel like maybe I was probably too young when it was like out in rentals, like when those were like Video Fucking Easy, I don't know, Blockbuster and stuff were still a thing. I was absolutely too young to be watching a movie like Tremors. But yeah, I don't know. It's not nothing. I didn't know anything about it really. I knew it was about worms. But like I saw, just looking at the poster, it looks like it's gonna be like really schlocky and shit.
It kind of,
and it is schlocky, but it's not. Yeah. It's not like bad. It's clear how like influential it is in that like horror comedy kind of genre.
I'm surprised you said that because I don't know how much of a influence it had on future comedy creature feature movies.
Frank Herbert said it's my favorite movie.
Yeah, Frank Herbert famously.
A lot of the movies that Tremors is kind of emulating a lot of the 80s movies like Critters and like other things like that.
Like there is a creature, it attacks the town. The worm attacks the town. Like
the
simple,
worm, absolutely.
easy.
It's like, I mean, it's very similar to Eight-Legged Freaks, which is another movie we talked about on this show, except
Eight-Legged Freaks is definitely a Tremors aping movie.
Oh yeah, Tremors is far more popular though. Tremors is like the creature feature movie. It might be the most fucking I
think Jaws is probably more the
Jaws is probably
like
gonna
one most people know.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't market Tremors as like Tremors will do to sand what Jaws did to the ocean or some shit.
Yeah, listen like the actual plotting and like creature feature stuff and more of like the structure of the movie is what I mean, I guess.
It's very, very well paced.
It's for a movie that, you know, is to be a horror movie. There is no scenes at night in the entire thing, and still somehow like
no, there's
there's a dude who's sunk in the ground.
He's sunk in the ground.
The ones. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry, I do forget the one.
I think I do think it's the only one though.
It is the only one.
It's the only one. It doesn't rely. Sorry, what I mean is like it doesn't rely on like night and like the obscuring of the creature happens because it's a worm and it's underground.
Yeah, and it is Jaws on land.
Yeah, no, they revel in showing you the creatures and the creature is amazing. The graboids are fucking fantastic. Done by Tom Woodruff Jr. and Alec Gillis of Amalgamated Dynamics, who also did dude, they did so many things. I was thinking of
Starship Troopers, and they showed the worm explode next to the blood. I went, that looks in the desert looks just like it.
They did oh shoot, what's it called? Aliens 3. Just go check out Amalgamated Dynamics. Like you'll see they have a stupid big portfolio. They're like they just made all the best fucking creatures. One fun thing that I learned is when they were making the graboid for this movie, around the beak, they decided that they wanted something, because how they thought about it was, well, what if the beak was hidden by a protective layer of flesh and like around it?
So they made a foreskin creature.
Yeah, when they showed the fucking when they showed the protective flesh around the beak to people that were working on the movie, they said, "That's a fucking foreskin. We're not gonna have giant dicks eating people." We almost got fucking graboids with foreskin.
That would have completely changed the fate of that franchise if they looked like that.
Oh yeah,
would have made more.
I don't know if it would have made the movie more or less popular.
I don't know.
A lot more. Yo, you see that movie with the penis monsters? The penis monsters. That might have actually ruined Kevin Bacon if that happened. Did you see the movie where Kevin Bacon gets attacked with a big dicks in the desert?
It could have, now I think about it.
That could have been monumental.
That would have actually fucking ruined his career. We would be talking about this movie in a completely other light if it was just dicks coming out of the sand.
Even if the writing doesn't change, if everything was still as well paced and well done, but they just had foreskin. Yeah, would that could have easily sunk it?
Oh man, I don't know.
It's like it wouldn't be as scary seeing that. Well, little kids maybe, but
it's an allegory.
Yeah,
I guess it is an allegory.
It represents, the destruction of the West.
Man, it follows really aping off Tremors. And
I want you to know. Yeah. I want you to know I found something.
Is there a production photo of it?
Is it the Tremors cock sleeve?
No, I found a Tremors fan film that ends with Carmel dancing with only 21 views.
Tremblers?
What is this?
There's no way this was filmed 2 years ago. This is from fucking 2008.
Yeah, no way.
This is not with that haircut. This is not from 2 years ago.
Two daring men face their biggest fear when a horrible monster attacks. Can two heroes...
Oh, it's based off the original Tremblers, which is from 14 years ago.
Why do you have a fucking giant... What are you doing, Brendan? What is this? I just realized there's just a thing called Tremors fan films. Why are you on this?
Tremblers.
I'm looking through the Tremors saga. I'm looking through the playlist of Tremors fan films. Yeah.
Yeah, so this dude just rips people's fan films and uploads them. The real Tremblers has 240 views from 14 years ago.
Oh.
It has not a single comment. That's kind of shocking.
I told you Tremors was influential.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're shitting on me. Look how many films it's spawned.
I can't remember. Lone Pine County in California, where the movie is. I'm pretty sure most of the movie is filmed there. They built the entire town of Perfection.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
In the desert in there, and I'm not sure if it's still there now I think about it, but
they reused it for some of the sequels. I think the prequel they just shelled it out too.
They definitely did, because I remember Tremors 4, the one with the fucking ye old cowboy town, they had to like add cowboy stuff to it.
I think Tremors 4 has the really cool Gatling gun bit, if I remember.
Yes, that's where that's where the Burton line discovers they love guns.
Yeah,
there was so much cool stuff they did with that town as well. When they're all on the roof and like it starts coming apart, the effects for that was actually like insane for like a movie.
Oh, this movie has
what I imagine the budget
effects.
was probably not a lot.
Tiny. But to go back to it. The Tremors Festival. It's a thing in Lone Pine, California. That's how big this movie is. This movie is very important to a lot of people.
You walk around wearing a slip suit, they're gonna beat you to death with lead pipes.
you get the graboid cock sleeve.
Can you imagine showing up to the fucking Tremors convention in your still suits? Just the Doom cosplayers show up looking for the worms.
That'd be a great. What's that? There's got to be.
That would be a fun.
There's a scene in a movie where like Trekkies fight Star Wars fans, and it would be really funny to watch Dune fans and Tremors fans fight each other.
Oh, you're thinking of fanboys.
Yeah, except it would be the Dune fans would slip and fall in their still suits. They'd have like no friction, and then the Tremors fans wouldn't be able to carry their oxygen tanks.
All the Dune fans slip over, and all the Tremors fans jump onto the roof.
I'd show up as a Mentat.
I really enjoy the town on Tremors a lot. I like the Pepsi advertising as well.
I like the Coors Light advertising.
We talked about how product placement back in the 90s felt a lot more like natural, as long as the product was in the movie, and it was just people drinking a Pepsi. They didn't like fucking point to it. They didn't like care if the Pepsi can fell. Like it was just,
don't dent that can.
No, the can's damaged. No,
you can't damage the product. No,
Bruce Wayne's car cannot be damaged in this explosion.
Yeah, I don't think they had like focus test groups for fucking Tremors on does this made you drink more Pepsi?
Pepsi said we'll give you free soda for your crew and $500 for your worm movie.
Well, you have to make at least something Pepsi related relevant to the plot, because you got to remember the cooler.
The Pepsi machine makes noise and attracts the worms.
The Pepsi machine makes noise earlier in the movie, and then it gets brought up again later when it goes off and attracts the worms. There's a lot of I love Tremors because it's very simple storytelling where like everything there's so many things that are when something is said or when something happens, it's followed up later in the movie.
Yeah.
Also, one of the best things about this movie is just everybody is not a fucking idiot.
No,
there are no stupid decisions in this. Everybody acts like a normal ass human and acts realistically to what it would. Well, realistically, but it's still like heightened and comedy.
Oh, sure.
So
one of the characters is a fucking prepper dude who's just got a wall of guns.
Bert Gummer. Bert Gummer. That scene is fucking incredible.
I love the pivot over to the gun wall is one of my favorite scenes in the fucking movie.
It's such a fucking funny bit.
I love how everything is shot to where you only see parts of the basement and then the graboid breaks through and then
they just go to the wall.
And also, just the graboid breaking through that looks so good.
Yeah, the effects look awesome.
One of the funniest parts is like the reason why a lot of the effects don't have actual human, like when a graboid pops out of somewhere, and the reason why a lot of the shots don't have humans in the shot is not only because of how dangerous it would be, but also because if the human fucked up their act or whatever, they couldn't redo it.
They'd be fucked.
Yeah, they couldn't redo it.
The only one you see him really get grabbed is when it bursts the storm grabs Wong. Walter Chang in this. The actor's Victor Wong from Big Trouble in Little China. So it grabs him, and like you see him kind of he's like flinging his arms around us, like, is that a dummy? But it's like, no, the arms are moving. Maybe like they might have put an animatronic in there and his arms were just waving around, but couldn't tell.
Yeah.
It's like good on
I
them.
love practical effects so much. It's just this movie is just so fucking cool. Please use more practical effects in your movies.
There was only one green screen shot when you see Bert shooting.
It looked
so bad.
It looked very bad.
It's weird because it's like you could cut it. It's like half a second. And it's like, it looks really grainy too.
It was back in the day. It was the only one. It's fine.
I think, back in the day, like it was on VHS or on CRT. Yeah. Like you wouldn't see as much of the schmutz from the green screen. So
but just
it's really
like
only
now,
obvious
it's
because
weird.
of the 4K.
I mean, you say that, but it was a theatrical release. I feel like even back then, even back then, you would have seen it, right?
It's I don't know.
I will say that like the mindset of like, dude, this is so fucking
also
cool.
yeah, we're way more like
people
critical
note it
in tune with this
because
stuff.
people wouldn't know most people would not know what a green screen is back then.
No.
It's like when you're as familiar with it as now.
Yeah, if you saw your newscaster come out in the 90s and you could only see their head, you'd freak the fuck out. Witchcraft,
like the train coming at the screen.
Did you know that when people went to see this movie in theaters and they saw Bert Gummer shooting at the worm, they actually thought the worm was in the theater and everybody would stampede out and there were deaths?
75 people died in Tremors-related incidents. Not actual worms, but just running from the movie in fear.
Yeah, people would be so scared.
That would honestly be such a fun bit for a Tremors showing, like how they'll have showings, so they kind of fuck with the audience, have a big worm break through the projector screen.
Instead of 4D, make it 5D, 3D, 3.
Like Vincent Price type
4D,
shit.
3D, yeah.
Before the movie, Ron Underwood comes up and says, "In this movie, you will be frightened. At a certain point in the movie, the ground will shake. You have to scream, 'No, Graboid, no!'"
I'm hearing a combination of Vincent Price and David Cage.
You're just making me think of like an idea of Orson Welles' fucking radio play for Tremors, just like freaking out the entire everybody.
The worms.
There are worms.
The worms are breaking through the floors.
It'd just be the Cinco movie chair from Tim and Eric Awesome Show $1 Billion Movie. You gotta get your Jeff Goldblum Cinco movie chair, and it'll shake you around when the Tremors come out.
Put your feet into the stirrups. Get the just put the nose plugs in. Careful, that butter's hot.
Ooh, that butter. Ooh, it's hot.
The Cinco movie watching chair.
You gotta sit in that chair to watch Diamond Jim.
That's not my Johnny. I know my Johnny. I'm sorry. This is so fucking all over the place. It's land Jaws, and they got to show off the animatronic more.
It is 100% Land Jaws. It is as simple. This movie is dirt ass simple. That's why it works so well. That's why people can watch it like 50 fucking times and not get tired of it because it's just so simple.
Especially all the characters are likable.
Well, we all collectively say
Melvin's a little shit.
Okay, Melvin fucking
But
sucks.
no one likes Melvin.
Nobody likes Melvin.
But he's kind of an endearing little shit.
Actually, that's true. Even the people in universe don't fucking like Melvin.
You're trying to Bart Simpson Melvin here.
I'm saying when he hands Melvin the gun and he gets the big smile, everyone likes that.
One good Melvin moment. That's like a hallmark Melvin moment.
And then
he fucking just immediately starts to try to fire it.
And there are no rounds in it.
He would have gotten everybody and he would have killed everybody if he actually had a
damn it, Bert.
bullet.
It's fun. He doesn't have any bullets in it and he yells at Bert.
Bang,
it's like, that's that Melvin.
Oh, Bert! You asshole!
It's before when he's fucking scaring people during the crisis. Like, it's really fucked up Melvin was doing that. Like, holy shit, like, we've seen 3 people die to a werewolf. And he's banging on the wall going, "Arr!" in the room over.
I always thought, I don't know why, but every time I watch Tremors in my head, I'm like, okay, this is the part where Melvin dies. And then it never happens. And I'm like, oh, he doesn't die. That's right.
No, Melvin doesn't die in this movie.
Because they set it up like he's going to fucking get it.
Yeah.
He does 2 fucking scares. No, is it 3? 2 or 3?
There's the basketball one, which is excellent.
Because he does the eel, he does the tongue around his neck.
He does the basketball.
He fucks with them in the store.
Oh, the basketball one is fucking incredible. When when he's dribbling and one of his dribbles doesn't come back up and he realizes
he just looks down confused.
Make a cut of Tremors, but it just removes Melvin.
Make a cut of
he never shows up after that.
He never shows up. He's never in the movie.
No, make a cut of Tremors where it's just Melvin.
Melvin only Tremors.
So a guy comes back from the desert and says, I found this weird worm. You see him prank somebody with it. And then next scene is the guys come back from the desert and say it's killing people. God, the Melvin cut would be really fucking deranged. It would just be a man sitting around a store as other people come back and say fucked up things they've seen. And then he pranks them.
Dies. And then he pranks them, and then 5 seconds later, he's on top of a wooden shed looking scared.
Yeah. You gotta help me, guys. Come on. It would honestly be like a modern day Boy Who Cried Wolf. Only Melvin scenes are recreating the Boy Who Cried Wolf.
That's his
the modern audience,
really, because the last time he actually like screams for help, like none of them want to go outside. In fact, Fred Ward's character is just like, God damn it, Melvin!
Damn it, I'm gonna kick his ass. I'm gonna help him.
Thank you for coming to the Tremors Festival. My name is Michael Gross, and today we're going to show you the black and white Melvin cut of the first Tremors movie.
It's in 4:3.
It's 4 hours long.
It's in 4:3 and it's 4 hours long. They have still images of Melvin with inner monologues added to it.
I fucking wish, dude.
Melvin contemplating on how the worms came to be.
That's really fucked up because I just bought a copy of The Mist that has black and white.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they came out with a new version of The Mist in like October that actually has the black and white versions on it.
When was that release? Was that one of those releases that was
late? No, it released in like October.
No. I mean the black and white, because that black and white cut is old. That's not new.
I don't know, but it's like the actual 4K one. So I remember it used to be like a DVD thing. I don't know when the director released it because he wanted to make it black and white, and the studio said no. And then when it came to home video, said no, I could finally make it black and white.
Oh, that's probably where that came from.
Yeah, it was. He originally wanted it to be like a Twilight Zone kind of vibe to the whole thing. Because people get crazy and unhinged in The Mist. Did you know that there's multiple endings to that fucking movie, and they're like kind of sick? The Mist?
The Mist has multiple endings.
It has a extremely notoriously fucked up ending.
There's the notoriously like fucked up ending, and there's another one that's way more hopeful. Where I mean, I don't want to spoil it because I genuinely think The Mist is kind of fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
There's another alternate ending that is not the most depressing thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
I only know about the ending that was even worse.
There's an even worse ending?
Yes.
Oh.
Without context, the people from the supermarket, including the crazed lady who has like the cult, they are also on the trucks at the end.
No, that one I remember.
That's the more fucked up ending. It was just like literally only he fucked up.
Oh man, what a good movie.
Anyways, no black and white Melvin. Can I make the black and white Melvin?
I can't wait for the Melvin cut. The Tremors Melvin cut.
I'm actually kind of tempted.
What's stopping you from making it?
The Mandy edit of Tremors includes the Melvin cut.
Nothing is stopping you from making the Melvin cut.
Well, because it's like there's not that many Melvin scenes. So I'm actually curious how it would come across, because it would just be...
You just have to check that actor's other IMDb's and then just splice in footage of that actor from other movies.
Just use... who was it that was supposed to play adult? Because we learned that in Tremors.
Oh, in the new show, right?
Yeah, the canceled Tremors 2018 show for Sci-Fi. There was supposed to be like they were supposed to bring back a bunch of like characters that were that were like the kids and shit, like Mindy and Melvin. Who was it was PJ Byrne. PJ Byrne was supposed to play fucking Melvin. Just get his scenes from the Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh shit, he was acting a lot during this point, actually.
Yeah.
He's in Meet the Applegates. He's a child actor.
Oh my god.
There's so many Melvin scenes.
The Melvin cut.
The Melvin cut could totally happen. Nothing is stopping us for real now.
Oh, he's also in Tremors 3.
Oh shit.
Melvin comes back in Tremors 3. I didn't know that.
Shit.
Wait, I didn't know that either. What the fuck?
Oh my god, you can make a whole Melvin-centric movie merging those.
The Melviverse.
Melvin versus Real.
Oh, can we have a Melvin origin story?
He pranks the whole town. He goes up shaking, saying, help me, help me. And then it fades and he's older, and it's Tremors 3 now. It was just this traumatizing incident as a child for him. This is so possible. That's so fucked up.
They turned him into a landlord. I'm not joking. In Tremors 3. Went to college. Melvin started working really hard once he hit his 20s. Got into real estate as being buying and selling land.
Oh my God.
Is Melvin trying to sell people worm-infested land?
He became the head of his own realty company called Melco.
Oh my God, I have even better news. He was in the Tremors TV series
You can do the
for
Melvin
2 episodes. I have even better news. He was B number 4 in B movie.
He's just selling people fucking worm.
He's selling them worm land.
Oh, dude, I've never seen the trailer, the poster for Tremors 3. Holy shit, that's ugly.
It sure is the movie. There's Michael Gross.
Eesh.
He has his gun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Tremors 3 poster looks like a postal. It looks like a
it
a
does.
postal
That's what
cover.
I'm saying.
Yeah. That is some shit you would see on Fear 2 on the wall. That looks like a fake video game ass movie poster.
It looks like a poster from a fucking, what's his name? The guy who made Blood Rain.
Uwe Boll.
It looks like a Uwe Boll fucking poster. Looks great. When are we watching the Postal movie?
Would you like to sign?
How is it there was no Tremors game?
Because it wasn't popular.
How is there no Tremors game? But there's an 8-legged freaks game.
Oh well, that's not fair. That was like a
That's fucked up.
There is a Tremors game. I posted it in a thing. I found it. It's for the TV show. It's a tie-in
really?
browser game.
Oh, it's a Flash game. Awesome.
It's a Flash game. I think it's lost to time now, but
there was a cancel.
There was a canceled game.
That.
Xbox, GameCube, PS2, and Windows.
Rock Solid Entertainment.
Canceled in summer, releasing in fall. That
Never gonna find the Tremors video game. Never gonna find Demonic.
That had to be far along.
Oh, I'm looking at him. Doing great. You're just playing Floor is Lava.
Oh, dude, I was thinking about Demonic. I was watching Grandma's Boy a few days ago.
It was a survival horror game.
And you can have it all.
Who is Conspiracy Entertainment?
My empire of Bert.
Never heard of him.
What if they made?
Shriekers were confirmed. Okay, it had flying.
Oh my God. Oh.
What did
the
they make?
Tremors game was. Oh my God. No way. They made Ninja Bread Man. Oh my God. They literally only made crap.
Hey,
that means we lost even more. Oh, indie developer releases free demo for Tremors the game.
What?
That was 2 years ago.
They did Garfield Lasagna World Tour.
Yo!
Oh God!
Garfield Lasagna World Tour.
But that means that this exists.
Well,
Somewhere.
I think the indie one, it's probably like that War of the Worlds game where they just went on out and did it. Though I think the War of the Worlds game has like actual approval now because it's like using stuff from the film and not the.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's licensed at all.
Anti-graboids.
Conspiracy Games are the publishers. Okay, I was wrong. They're the publishers. The guys who were making the Tremors game is
Really?
they're I can't find the fucking thing anymore. Oh well. Whatever.
I just did. Rock Solid Studios.
Rock Solid Studios.
What an appropriate name for a Tremors game.
Moby Games, Rock Solid Studios, Stockholm, Sweden.
Oh dear God. So
created by former Paradox employees.
it fell through. Rock Solid stopped working, and the founders moved on to establish Avalanche Studios. The people who made Mad Max, Just Cause.
Didn't they fucking work on the Avengers game as well or some shit?
They might have. But yeah, they stopped working on Tremors, made a new studio, and made Just Cause.
That's so funny.
That's so upsetting. We could have had a banger.
Then we might not have had Just Cause. Shit. Oh my God, that's so weird.
Dude, that's wild.
And they made the Mad Max game, so it's like they wanted their desert. That's bizarre.
They did the Hunter Primal?
Strange.
They developed an advanced hybrid procedural geometry system ideal for landscapes, and the technology was licensed to like a shit ton of companies. What are
And
we
it was birthed by
learning?
Tremors, the game.
Wow.
Wait, did the technology get used in hit video game Fracture for the Xbox 360?
It got used by Codemasters.
Oh shit!
Oh,
so
shit.
that's mostly
That's a slop. Oh, I'm activated. I'm activated. I'm so fucking
What have
activated.
Codemasters made? Didn't they mostly make like racing games?
Yeah.
like Stuntman and Ignition and shit. I thought
like the Dirt games, all the F1 games as well and stuff like that.
Do you have a copy of Tremors the game? Do you have a copy of Demonic? I need to see it now.
Oh, you know what else they made? They made Clive Barker's fucking Jericho.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And Turning Point. They helped with Turning Point. Fall of Liberty.
Hey, pee poo poo. Oh my god. What are we learning? What are we discovering?
Each new name
Good
is like
Lord.
a dagger.
Codemasters published. Codemasters is a dev. They used to be a publisher, so they published Turning Point, and did they publish Legendary? They published Second Sight for sure.
Did they publish Legendary?
I thought
they published the other game.
No, Legendary is Gamecock.
Oh, true. Well, the same developers that made Legendary made Turning Point Fall of Liberty.
The only reason why I know it's Gamecock is because they're called Gamecock.
Gamecock.
That name makes as much sense as a dick in a cake.
Fuck you.
Brendan question time.
Man,
here we go.
we left the train left with us on it.
What a strange
I don't know what
Tremors
the fuck.
journey.
Yeah,
How do you think Hollywood would remake Tremors today? Not that they couldn't, but they are assigned. There are writers and there is directors, and they are said, take this property, make a movie, remake the 90s one for the modern era.
The main characters no longer have Southern accents. They are not Southern anymore.
I feel like they would go the Jurassic World route.
You're probably right. They would soft reboot it.
They would soft reboot it. They would get
Kevin Bacon knows the worms.
I don't think Kevin Bacon would be the main character. I think
he would be the guy who knows the worms.
He would show up later in the movie to be like, let me tell you about these damn there graboids.
Real Blade Runner 2049 situation.
Yeah.
The main character would be a younger actor that is very popular
Harry
right now.
Zendaya.
Harry Styles and Zendaya.
It would be Timothée Chalamet.
Zendaya.
Dune. We can't do Dune again.
You're making
Dune.
Hey, people associate this guy with worms. I think it's gonna work well.
Can you imagine they had him in a cowboy hat? He's just dressed like Woody from Toy Story, worried about worms.
Oh, what are we talking about? It would be fucking Spider-Man. What's
Tom
his fucking
Holland?
name?
Tom Holland.
It would be
Tom
Tom
Holland.
Holland. Tom Holland is like, I feel like he would.
Didn't he do a Southern accent recently? Wasn't he in like a?
Didn't he do a Southern
A
accent?
lot of British people can pull off Southern accents. Like, they flow into each other pretty well.
It's so funny how you just went like, oh, didn't he do that recently? Like, yeah, at home he's just going, he's just popping one. Just
No, Cherry.
Golly.
Was it Cherry or was it or I don't know if he did an accent for it. I haven't seen
don't
it.
know.
I posit this question because I had an image in my head of exactly how at least the movie would start. Like I had a perfect, like this is exactly how a Tremors reboot would start. Out in the desert, a bunch of teens are drinking beer and partying.
Yep.
Everybody on their phone.
On their
and
phone.
the Tremors eat a phone.
Someone's got their phone on vibrate and it's like on the ground.
One of the Tremors eats an iPhone and somebody tries to find their iPhone with their friend's phone, and they go out into the desert and they find it, then they get
I thought it was gonna be there. It's moving really fast, and he's like drunk. He's like, "Where's my phone walking away?"
Yeah, where's
and he like
my
follows it
phone
out.
walking
Where's
away?
my phone walking
Hey,
away?
Beetle, because one of the characters in the cast would be named Beetle. Hey, Beetle.
Why?
Yeah, Skunk.
Why?
Let me check your phone real quick. I gotta find my iPhone.
Skunk!
Yeah, Beetle and Skunk
Yeah.
from the Tremors reboot.
Oh
It's coming
my
out this
God.
year.
It could be like Jurassic Park 3, where they hear the muted music beneath the ground.
It's
I hear
really
it.
funny that you say that because that's so fucking accurate to what would actually be the names of these motherfuckers.
I don't get it. I hear my phone on the ground.
Yeah, Beetle, Skunk, and Perch.
Perch?
Perch.
Stop.
Yeah.
You're fucking.
No,
you're
Beetle,
crazy.
Skunk, and Perch. And then it would be the part of the movie's B plot would follow Burt Gummer's son, and his name is Winchester, and his daughter Rifle.
I reckon there's gonna be like a religion surrounding the worms, and then people are gonna live in like rock mountains.
Raquel, get over here. There are worms around here, Raquel.
I don't know why, but that start of the plot that you just said with the desert and everything, that reminded me of another movie called It Came from the Desert, based on the 80s video game It Came from the Desert.
Video game adaptation.
Came from the desert.
That's crazy. That made me think of Alone in the Dark starring Edward Carnby.
In 2020 or some shit, they made a version. No, 2017. They made a movie of that Amiga point and click adventure game. It Came from the Desert where giant ants attack the town, except in the movie that they made in 2017, there's an ant that drinks beer and gets drunk and kills people.
I just found that image.
Fucking hell.
Look,
Yeah.
Look at him.
I watched this movie. I'm going to be honest. It fucking so boring.
Oh, man.
I was so excited. Yeah, I know.
I thought it would have been
so
like cocaine
excited.
beer for ants.
I was so excited when I learned that because I was like, no fucking way. They gave Ant a beer.
Would Tremors 2 have done better if they just said fuck it and went a Gremlins 2 route?
And just made it a complete farce?
Yeah.
Like made it super fucking meta.
I think it would have done even worse. Because the few Tremors fans would have gone out to see it that existed at the time.
They would have gone mad.
They'd be like, what is this?
They would have been like, the Graboid Queen? Why?
They would have gone, what the hell?
I can't see my iPhone on the ground. Skunk, it's under the ground. Can't you hear
my
it?
God,
How can my
Beetle?
phone be under the ground?
Beetle, you have to come over here. Forsooth, Beetle, come over here post haste. Forsooth, Beetle, come over here post haste.
For fucking
Thine
sooth.
iPhone under the ground.
Oh my god.
Can there be a scene where people are texting on their phones, they're getting pulled underground and eaten by graboids, but they're on their phone and don't notice because phone bad? They're texting and like there's like this line of teenagers being eaten one by one. Like
Can there be a
sardines.
scene where because in Tremors, the graboids learned, one of the graboids figures out what a cell phone is and keeps ordering Domino's pizza to a non-disclosed location?
Keeps eating pizza, man.
Keeps eating the delivery drivers. So there's a part where one of the characters goes out into the desert and finds just a pile of delivery driver shoes. They all have like Domino's, like if Domino's gave their delivery drivers special shoes. I don't know how, but we keep losing delivery drivers.
But Tremors already did the like they be on their phone with the girl who's on her pogo stick with
There's
her
a
like,
chubby kid named Rodney, and he's like the nerd. And he's showing off his phone. He's like, "Look, I have speed dial to Pizza Hut on my phone." And the little worm tongue figures out how to hit the button.
We're circling back to Big Pizza again. This is Graboid the whale.
The graboid wants a big pizza.
Be careful, puppy. You can smell the pepperoni on your breath.
No. Hey, the graboid would be like, hey kids, hey puppy.
Can you imagine hearing a muffled? What was that, skunk? I don't know.
We can barely hear you. You're so quiet. We can barely hear what you're saying.
This is just a movie where if instead of the whale using his flight powers, he uses his tunneling powers.
Oh my god.
Oh, and that'd make more sense that the aliens would abduct a worm over Brendan instead of Brendan. Like, you know, when Brendan gets abducted by the Greys at the end of The Whale, you could have instead here a big worm flies up into the sky.
What if he metamorphosized
It
like
was
the third
aliens.
Dune book?
Oh, what if the worm hatches into a flying what? Now they did that.
Oh.
They did that. They already have flying graboids.
What if the graboids had guns and Burt Gummer had to wear a worm costume?
I mean, let's be real. None of us have seen the new one.
The newest, the 2021?
Yeah, maybe
I know
they
I've
They're
actually
still making
do.
these?
Yeah.
We've been saying that.
I've seen interviews about it because like I remember the 2021. For some reason I was like thinking about buying it because like I was nostalgic, and I just watched an interview and it was just Michael Gross being like, it was really hard to film like around COVID and stuff like so
man.
now I almost want to see it more to see why they filmed around it.
How do they
And also I think they
film around it?
specifically traveled to avoid restrictions.
Freaking bummer, dude.
I'll have to marathon all the Tremors to prepare for the Melvin movie.
Cow bummer, says Beetle.
We should all watch all the fucking Melvin. I mean the fucking
All the Tremors.
We
movies.
should watch all the Melvin
sorry, guys.
movies.
They're going to be Melvin movies
I have
soon.
Melvin on the mind. Sorry, guys. Stop!
Oh my god.
Fucking reverb. Brendan, I'm vetoing this. I'm
It's
vetoing
fine.
this.
It's already over. I'm done. I promise.
Do you think the graboids live on Europa and that's how they learn about Big Pizza?
Oh, my god.
That's such a fucking nonsense sentence out of
My
context.
favorite part is if anybody who doesn't watch this podcast regularly watches this, they're going to have no idea what we've been talking about for the past 15 minutes.
Big Pizza?
Is Big Pizza a recurring bit on this show? What am I doing?
It's not a recurring bit on this show. It's just universal. It's just a universal PST bit now.
None of us have watched The Whale.
Because I've watched The Whale. It's
You watched
I hated it.
My face is red.
You're right. This is awful. This is like those memes where people are like, those memes of people that are like, every podcast with 4 dudes fucking sucks because all they talk about is one joke they did fucking years ago.
Say Big Pizza. All they talk about is
Every podcast bring up Big Pizza. I'm sick of
every podcast with 4 20-year-olds is always them talking about Big Pizza. I'm so sick of it.
I'm fucking tired of the Big Pizza podcast economy.
Stop moaning.
all we know for sure about the reboot is Michael Gross will not be in it and never mentioned at all.
Well, he wasn't gonna be on that, but apparently Kevin Bacon's talking about being on Tremors 8. So fuck, I don't.
Oh no, I'm saying because of weird continuity, and they also want to be like, this is a prestige movie.
Oh,
no Michael Gross anymore.
We're back at this. I'm sorry, I got really confused.
We were never on it. We've been discussing scenes that will be in the movie.
I forgot. Oh right, I forgot we're still talking about this.
Yeah, because they're in the desert and they would hear.
And it's the Grab Boy. That's right. I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm locked in. I'm back, guys. It's good.
Oh my god!
It would be a prestige movie. Oh my god! It would have the Tremors theme, but like a sad
and slow piano key.
Oh my god! Oh,
I hope they get Denis Villeneuve to fucking direct because he's just obsessed with worms now.
Oh, that kid from Stranger Things is going to be in it too.
Oh, which one? We should
Finn
get the
Wolfhard.
one that. No, we should get the other one. The one that's pro genocide.
Which one is that? Is that 11?
It's the one that wasn't in the season for the longest time because he was captured or something.
Yeah, he was in the Upside Down.
Will.
Yeah,
Will. D nerd.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen any
Will
Stranger
Byers,
Things.
Noah Schnapp.
He was like, I'm pro genocide, and then he was like, you guys are being really mean to me for my pro genocide takes.
Can Denny make the town super minimalist for perfection?
I hope so.
Like, instead of a little shanty town, can it be a big pyramid?
I'm going to be real. You said minimalist, and I thought you meant that, is he going to write it so that the characters have to shrink down and go inside of a graboid?
That would be fucking awesome.
Shrink ray.
Burt Gummer's shrink ray.
Oh, Ronnie, when he's ordering his pizza, he made a laser to try and make the pizzas bigger, but it accidentally shrinks things because he reversed the magnets or some nerd shit. I made the pizza smaller.
Oh, I reversed the polarity of the dot matrix cube.
I thought we were making a prestige reboot.
I need to get more RAM.
I don't know what the fuck just happened. This is like a Magic Schoolhouse episode now.
Let's just add Ernest to the cast.
It's gonna turn out that the worms are the good guys at the end, and they've actually been protecting Earth from like a bigger threat. You know,
they're protecting it from
a more
bulldozers.
whale-sized
Oh,
threat.
they would. What was the Hollow Earth? The Hollow Earth theory thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought they were angels in the Hollow Earth because they're actually on the upper level of the Hollow Earth.
Yeah, they're actually angels or some shit. I don't fucking know.
They're protecting the desert from deforestation.
Oh man, I feel like if it was
They want to
actually
sink all the bulldozers.
if it was actually like a prestige reboot, what they would do is like the town of perfection goes from like this small town to a big city, and then Burt Gummer would be not Burt Gummer. Who did we say was going to be like the main character?
We had Tom Holland, we have Timothy Chalamet,
Yeah.
Zendaya.
Zendaya would go, man, this town sure has changed a lot these past 20 years, eh?
Oh, they're not going to make her Southern.
Wasn't there a Texas Chainsaw movie where a bunch of like Gen Z or millennials moved to like the Texas Chainsaw town?
Oh
Yes.
my god, yes. That is what happened. Yeah, in the Netflix one. Yeah.
Like it would be like that.
Yeah,
For graboids.
and it's like a city for like influencers. It's fucking weird as shit.
I want Mads Mikkelsen to play like the scientist who's been like studying them for years and comes in as like a Deus Ex Machina in like the third act to like tell everybody what's going on.
Mads just be the Pepsi shop owner?
He rips his glasses off and he's like, graboids, grab you.
Listen to the pattern. He would have like a seismic. Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
He would teach them how to do the sandwalk.
Yeah, the sandwalk.
Oh my god, if they got the pizza, they'd be called Grabnoids. Fuck off.
Well, because instead of like a university amateur, it's like Mads Mikkelsen. He's like, listen to my machine, like, this is a normal seismograph of tectonic activity, and it's like, now here's the pattern here.
If anything, it would have walking penis in it.
Are you saying they bring the foreskin back?
No, I'm talking about.
I thought you were talking about Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah.
Oh, walking. I thought you said walking penis.
That's what I said.
The foreskin.
That's what I said. Walking penis.
And I thought that was the foreskin design.
I don't know. I like this idea, but I don't think you're going to be able to get Brendan Fraser to like get in all that fucking prosthetics.
You're going to be wearing a lot of.
Is he the worm?
He's the well. That's the implication, isn't it? That he's the worm.
Oh my god! It could secretly also be a God Emperor of Dune. Oh, that's so good.
That's why I said
it's Dune 4 and Tremors at once. I can't wait for Brendan the Worm to make diatribes about the police state.
What would it be? What would be the subtitle? Would they just call it Tremor? Oh, they would just call it Tremor.
They'd call it Quake.
Oh, one Tremor.
Call it Quake.
Quake.
A bunch of headlines. Quake movie in production. It says Tremors.
This is the only way Denny's going to be able to make Dune 4 when fucking Dune Messiah bombs in the box office.
It's like Oppenheimer. The only marketing is just pictures of Brendan dressed up as the worm staring wistfully out the window.
Every single fucking people online will be like, does this movie have anything going on except this one picture of Brendan Fraser?
One picture of worm Brendan staring.
I'm just imagining it's the same exact like graboid creature, but it's just got Brendan Fraser's eyes permanently like the crying face.
Can we please listen? I feel like we ask every episode for artists to fucking draw something. Please draw Brendan Fraser, the worm, crying at the camera, but it's a graboid.
God Emperor of Perfection.
Anyway, worms attack the town.
Oh, what a fucked reboot.
The movie's
idea.
just cool. Like, honestly, like, worms attack the town, and it's just a fucking sick movie. The gore is cool.
When it comes to art versus cool, I mean,
it's cool.
It's cool. For sure. There's artistry there for sure with the fucking special effects. They're insane. But realistically, like, this is cool. The reason why you can watch this again and again and never get tired of it and find new things to appreciate about it is just because it's so fucking cool. The reason why it's getting a Prestige sequel is because it's cool, you know?
Now that will be art.
that one's gonna be art for sure.
It's happening and we're manifesting it.
The graboid will learn speed dial.
I mean, how old is Kevin Bacon?
I'm just okay. Listen, I had a fucking I literally had a brain blast of a horrible bit of the scene. If we are Brendan Fraser the worm, he's digging in the hole. He finds the iPhone and he unlocks it with like Face ID and it takes a screenshot of his face. And a character pulls up his phone, he pulls up like his friend's phone and checks his iCloud. He's like, who the fuck logged into my phone somehow? And it's just Brendan Fraser's face crying in the dark.
Oh my God.
With the little Apple pating.
I'm gonna be honest, I just realized I was gonna make a joke about the black phone, like Kevin Bacon being in the black phone. I just realized Ethan Hawke and Kevin Bacon in my head are the same person, and I don't know why, because they don't look the same at all.
Just that, but it's Brendan Fraser worm lit up by the phone
picture.
screen.
Actually, wait, I'm looking at it right now. Kevin Bacon and Ethan Hawke look like the same person.
Kevin Bacon's spry enough to come back for the Prestige Dune Tremors crossover.
He could do a little thing in you know the character that Ethan Hawke plays in The Black Phone, the grabber. He could be the graboid.
He could be the grabberoid.
Oh shit!
He's like combined.
You have the grabberoid and the grabnoid, and
what if the worm had a hat and scary face makeup?
So yeah, this movie's cool.
What if the worm had a hat? Should just be the pitch for the next Tremors movie. It should just be the pitch.
Comedically small or comedically
Michael Gross
big,
running into the office,
or just right.
This is Michael Gross running in with a big like poster board. He's like, "Fucking, I know you don't want to greenlight another one, but please, I promise you, worm with a hat."
Look at this shit.
Look out in the desert. They just see this top hat blitzing across the horizon. They go to pick it up and the worm gets them.
It's like a shark fin.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
I like have like a big pepperoni slice be a shark fin.
At the end of the movie, the worms don't die. They just, I love those new pizza delivery worms. They train the worms to deliver the pizza.
Oh, they make them like a bit like Shaun of the Dead. They make them part of society.
They do.
Okay, I just thought of something. If they would reboot this fucking movie, they would make it so that somebody found a way to use vibrations to control the graboids, and them controlling the graboids.
Oh, so they could have a bad guy.
And then controlling the graboids would be like their fall. Like it would be like, my hubris. I flew too close to the sun.
It's like that canceled Jurassic World project. Where they'd have the remote controlled raptors.
I thought that was a thing. I don't know. I haven't seen. I tried to watch World and I got so bored I couldn't get past the beginning where Chris.
There was a pitch for one point that had both human dinosaur hybrids, and another had the military was basically remote controlling cyborg raptors.
Man, I kind of fuck with that. I wish they went that.
Oh
stupid.
yeah, but the thing is, it's too schlocky, so they didn't do it. And they made stupid, boring things.
Remember in Jurassic World where they killed the nanny?
Oh yeah, and she had the most violent fucking death for no reason.
For no reason, where they just violently kill the nanny, and she's just kind of a bitch, but not really.
They gave her like a RoboCop villain death. It's really so elongated. Funny. Oh, that should have happened to Melvin.
That should have happened to Melvin. In the Melvin cut, this will happen to Melvin.
It is bizarre Melvin didn't die. But it's a nice twist.
Was Melvin the brother of the Joker? I can't remember.
It was Melvin, brother of the Joker.
Yeah, it was Melvin, brother of the Joker.
He's a big worm.
That's why he didn't get eaten.
We gotta stop this. Thanks for listening. This movie was voted by our patrons. Thank you for voting. If you want to request a movie, I'm going to be putting up a little comment under this, and you can request a movie, but at the end of the day, it's going to be the people that are $5 and above tiers on Patreon that vote for the next episode. Currently, there's a tie on Patreon right now because I just put it up today, and it's between the only actual Disney horror movie, Stay Alive, I think it was called. Yeah, Stay Alive, Critters 4, Dead Heat, and Dagon. And currently it's a tie between Critters 4 and Dagon, which are
jumping right to Critters 4
because Brendan has demanded that we watch Critters 4 for so long, and that's why it's on there, just so I can have some peace and
you can have some fucking peace of mind.
I've never seen any. That's not true. I've seen a bit of Critters too because of Shudder.
Cool space bounty.
It's okay. I'm looking through movie suggestions, and I was the first person to recommend. I'm looking actually at its Evolution, and then underneath I posted Tremors. So.
Oh, you did? Did you actually ask for Tremors?
Yeah, in February of 2023. Almost a full year ago.
And yet you keep demanding Critters 4.
Okay, one of these days I'm going to get Evolution.
We'll see about that.
One of these days.
We'll see about that.
Demand it.
Currently it's between Dagon and Critters 4. So if you like Dagon a lot, or if you like Critters 4 a lot, go check it out and be sure to vote.
I have a headache. I laughed too hard.
Yeah, I couldn't stop laughing because of the fucking moaning. Hey, brother! Thanks so much for listening. This episode would not have been possible without the help from our patrons, such as Alan Diver, Arta Vaughan, Beck Davis, Bier, Bland But Funny, Boopulu, Brain Soup, Caffeine Addicted Chemist, Chris Chapman, Christian Van Engen, Delling City, Dog Named Bear, Dreams of Ice, DX Studios, Eric Scott Gillies, Ethereal, Generic Phoenix, Guy Beam, Handsome Destiny, Hater 115, John Requires Lasagna, Kawaii Boy Toy, Lambda, Leo the Geotech, Loudon Woodworth, Mr. Shirt, Random Diamonds, Rocco the Raccoon, Smeet Mono, Spherical May, The Frost Ace, Winnie Rab, and Will 9455. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time for more scares.